Hello Earthlings and algorithms, I am the Gaming Educator. Today we will be playing some Marvel Rivals and I will show you 6 characters in this game, which I personally think when I show you how to use them, you will be able to secure some very good defeats some very good victories, I should say, in this game. Now, we're going to start this video off with, personally, my favourite hero in the game to use, Iron Man. Now, Iron Man is a flying character in this game, one of 7, I believe. Now, his moves are fairly... Do you mind not interrupting me, Iron Man? Now, his moveset is fairly simple. If you're on Xbox, it is left button and left trigger to go up and down, as you can see on the screen now. You can look around with the right joystick, and you can go up and down manually here, and also go forwards with the left joystick. And if you press up on your D-pad, you can see here the abilities for this character and a brief explanation as to what they do. Now, let's get into some of his attacks, shall we? Now, his repulsor, which is likely going to be the thing you're going to use the most, is his base fire, which, when hitting directly, it does increase damage, but it also does splash damage, which does about half the regular firing attack. You can also reload it whenever you like, so you don't have to just keep shooting to reload it. Now we're going to get into his Unibeam, which I'd say is more a close quarters weapon because you can't exactly hit it super far away, as you can see. I'm not hitting anything here, but the closer it gets to me, the more I can hit it. But it doesn't fully matter how far away you are, but I'd say about here is as far away as you should be. But personally, I would recommend it if they're like up in your face and like running around you constantly. You can just... and that's it. Because you're not exactly going to hit someone if they're running around with such a precise weapon. Now we're going to get into some of his abilities, which makes his... well, one of them makes them a lot stronger, and the others are mostly for mobility, and doing a lot of damage very fast. So stick with me and I'll show you how to use those abilities. So, pressing Y on an Xbox, again, not sure what it is for any other, like, console or PC or anything like that. But pressing Y gives you these little booster packs and these bigger arms. Hold on, let me just turn cooldowns off quickly, so I won't have to wait 13 seconds to show you it. Now, pressing Y, as I said, will also upgrade all your moves and enable you to launch rockets. This is really the only time you should ever fire rockets, as it's very good for confusing the enemy. Like, if they're focusing on a fight down here, and you shoot loads of missiles at them, they're going to be very unsettled very fast. Now, another thing this does, which I believe I've mentioned once or twice, is it upgrades your main firing abilities, such as your repulsor and your unibeam. And another really good thing about this is it also gives you infinite ammo. Now, I've actually never tried to see if I've never fully tried to see if it instantly reloads it, as I'm constantly reloading when I'm shooting things. But of course I can't reload right now. Now, we're going to get into the thing that is going to get you to and from the mission area. Either from your base or to your next checkpoint if you're trying to help out your teammates, which is his boosted flight. As you can see, it allows quick and maneuverable flight very, very fast. Now, you can shoot missiles while you're doing this, but I wouldn't recommend it because on average, one is going to hit your opponent and it shoots it in a straight line. So you're most likely never going to hit this. So I would stick to using them like that. As you saw right there, that did so much more damage. Now, we're going to get into his ultimate attack. Maximum Pulse, or what's it called? Invincible Pulse Cannon. But I think everyone just calls it the nuke. Now, clicking both your left joystick and your right joystick, you will put your arms together and fire a highly concentrated energy blast, which will explode on impact. We see it explode. No, it's gone. It's gone, everyone. It's gone. Now, this, I believe, is one of the most amounts of damage you can do in the entire game. Like, if we were to do it on these dummies here, those dummies had about 200 health. And it destroyed them. Now, if we come over here and we replace the Lunar Snow right here with a Groot, which has the most health in the entire game, let's see what this does to a Groot. Whee! Now, Groot has 700 health. So this pulse cannon can kill anything in the game. And I'm not joking, it will obliterate anything in its path, even sending Groot flying. Look, there he goes.
Nobody can hang with the pulse cannon.
No one can hang with the pulse cannon, apparently. Now, let's change characters and we can move on to our first healer. Now, this will be Jeff the Land Shark, as I think this will be the one people use the most, and honestly I can see why. It's a very good character to use. Now if we come over here, as you know, Jeff is a healer. You can use his primary attack, which is the right trigger, to almost instantaneously heal your teammates. Your teammates are the ones with the white health bars or blue outlines, depending on what color you're using for them. Now, what not a lot of people do with Jeff is you can actually shoot through your teammates and hit opponents with it, almost using them as a shield that never runs out. Although this guy did sadly perish. Now, I believe they are adding to Jeff's abilities soon. I think he's getting a new team-up ability. Just doing that so I can speak without having to heal these two all the time. Now, this is Jeff's bubble ability, which releases a healing orb, which whatever it pops, or if you hit someone directly, it will slowly heal them over time, or give them passive healing, however you want to say it. Now, this is Jeff's left trigger ability. This used to be one of his primary attacks, but they changed it. So now it launches enemies in the air. That's only if you hit them directly, though. So this is a pretty fast-moving projectile with no bullet drop-off, as I call it. Well, everyone calls it that, but yeah, there's not much to be said about this ability. It can be used to, like a lot of the characters in this game, disorient enemies. Now, we're going to get into Jeff's left button ability, which is the way he can travel around the map so quickly and avoid enemy fire with ease. Now, you may be thinking, what is this amazing attack that can cause Jeff to be so irritating to face? He swims. Yep, that's it. He swims. What were you expecting? He's a shark.
Double KO. That's 3.
That was 3. Now, another thing Jeff can do while swimming is he can swim up walls. As long as that bar on the right side of your screen is full, he can always swim. You can also use it to get on the floor faster if you don't want to be shot out of mid-air by a Black Widow or a sniper of some kind. Now, we're going to get into Jeff's ultimate, which makes this character so overpowered. Now, if we do the same thing we did for Iron Man's ultimate, we go underwater and we eat everything around us. This also heals opponents and grants them overshield. You can also spit out your opponents wherever you want to. You could spit them out even off the map if you wanted to. Like, if you just go over here to the edge of the map and spit them out, they will fly off the map, and that will secure you a kill. No matter who it is, they will perish in the void. Oh yeah, and the bubbles also make you go faster. Just remembered that. So much in this game. Now, we're going to get into our first Vanguard, which are essentially the tanks of this game. Now, we're going to do... We're going to do the thing. And here's the thing. I haven't used the thing that much. I'm more of a duelist or healer type of person. I don't really use tanks. But you can jump to your... Wrong button. You can jump to your opponents with his left button ability, and it grants them damage reduction, as well as you. But one of his new abilities that got added in this in one of the more recent updates is he can jump to enemies as well. And I believe this... I don't know what this does. I think all it does is it just brings you to them really fast. I don't think there's really any other use for it. Now, Thing's 2 main attacks are his Rocky Jab, which is a quick 1-2 combo.
That's how we do it on Yancey Street.
And his secondary attack is Rocky Haymaker. Or is it Stone Haymaker? Stone Haymaker, yeah. Now, this does very good damage. And as you can see,
Double kill.
the range is so good for a melee character. Like, we hit him and we're all the way over here. It's such a good move to use. Now, I think what you can do is as you're flying toward them, you can use this. Yeah, you can. So that's what that does. Now, we're going to get into his right button attack, which you saw briefly when I accidentally pressed it right here. Now, depending on your settings, you can just tap this ability, and you will slam the ground, causing passive damage to appear to anyone nearby. Now, you can just change this in settings. I forgot which one it is. I'm pretty sure you just changed the hold time for it and it will work. Or, if you use the ability normally, you run into your enemies, launching them up in the air, and getting 900 HP. Before it ending and them not being able to use any mobility moves, such as Ironman's increased flight speed or Jeff's swimming. They will not be able to use that. Now, we're going to get into the Thing's ultimate. And this is clobbering time. This is so good if you can use it right. Such as if you use it on this guy. I missed it. When they get launched in the air, they get stunned. So they cannot move. They cannot use any abilities. And if you hit the whole team, you will obtain victory almost instantly. Now, hold on, let me reset that dummy. Now, one thing, I'm going to try something. I'm going to do clobbering time, click X, and yeah, that was quite a good combo right there. So, what you want to do is you want to use clobbering time, click X, but use Stone Haymaker at the exact same time. So if we try it on this guy, because this guy is about to die anyway. If you just do Rocky Jab, they are doomed. Now, if you get a whole group of these people, I'm pretty sure this will be a lot more effective, especially since you'll have your teammates giving you damage. What's the word? Damage improvement or damage reduction, depending on the situation. So it won't be as slow as that. I mean, they couldn't do anything right there, so you've got a free kill out of that, I suppose. Now, there isn't really anything else I can talk about the Thing with. Now, we're going to head back to Duelists. You can probably see the pattern I'm doing here. Now, I'm not completely sure who to use. I think I'll go for Blade, as Blade is the newest character this season, and I've not seen what he can do that much, but I know he is quite fun to use. Now, his main abilities are kind of two variations of the same thing. Now, you've got his sword, which is just quick little melee attacks. And you've got his hunter shotgun, which, when you land a headshot with, will do about a third of their health. So 3 hits, and that will instantly defeat them. Now, on to his abilities. He has this blocking attack, which will give him damage reduction.
Here they come.
I think that's all it does. I did hear that it might ricochet, but I don't think it does, because if you look right here, it's not bouncing back at him. It's not doing any damage. So, must have been wrong about that information. Now, we're going to move on to his next ability, which changes depending on what weapon you've got. Now, for his sword, you do a spinning attack. Now, you can use this attack twice.
That was too easy.
Of course, not super fast. Oh, you can dash with it. Oh, I see. You dash at them and then spin.
Slice and dice.
But you don't notice the dash if you're super close to them.
Time already.
I see it. Now, if you hold his gun and use it, you do a dash and a quick shot. Now, that shot gives them anti-healing, which means
That was too easy.
they will get less damage. They will get less healed from their allies, basically. That's basically the gist of what it does. Now, if we activate his next ability, which makes Blade a very fun character indeed, is his lifesteal ability, which
I
is
was born ready.
he kind of enters this like state where he can
Never stood it. Snack time already.
speed up his base attacks and
That's 3.
get lifesteal. So if we take a bit of damage here and we do some attacks, as you can see, I am getting lifesteal. As you can see, I've just healed up to full instantly. I don't know if this works for gun. I don't think it does. No, gun cancels it. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to get into Blade's ultimate. I think it's 1,000 cuts? Yeah, 1,000-fold slash. Now, when clicking this, you gain the option to aim it, or deploy it manually whenever.
Was that it? Really?
Now, dashing through opponents
Wow, 4 in a row.
will create this area of slashes. Now, they can easily just walk out of this.
Open season.
Like, if I do that, as you can see, he just walked into it without slowing down at all. I'm just going to get some health back here. There we go. Now, a good way of using this is for when they're on the mission area. Just dash over the mission area. And they will stay away from the mission area and long enough for you to confuse them
That's 3.
and start unleashing your attacks. Now, we're going to move on to our next healer, which will be Loki.
Without chaos, life becomes a predictable, orderly prison.
Now, Loki has not the best heal in the game, but when you pair it with his, which you have to pair it with his abilities, otherwise it doesn't work. Now, pressing the right button, you are able to summon a clone of yourself, which you can place anywhere up to 3 times, I think? 2 times? Now, we'll put some like that. Now, yeah, it's definitely 2 times. Now, as you can see, this person's taking damage, and Loki's clones can copy your attacks, basically, and they will be able to use some of his abilities.
They are in front of us.
Which can be very good for confusing enemies, such as you can just swap with one of your clones and... Oh look, I'm behind you.
Double KO.
As you can see, Loki can be a very good character if used properly. He's also a good character if you don't know which one is your favourite, which I'll get into a little later. Now, for Loki's next ability, he can turn invisible, which places a clone at your location, and when you use another ability, you will leave the invisible state, which can be quite good if you want to just quickly swap some clones around without anyone knowing where you are.
Double KO.
Now we're going to get on to his most powerful healing
They are
attack,
in front of us.
or wherever it is. Now pressing left button will create this healing zone. I'll place a clone there so you can see it a little better. Now if I use this, my clones will use it as well. Now this converts all damage into healing. Yes, this will make your enemies into your healers, which can be very good for countering ultimates, actually. Now, his next ability is just swapping with his clones, that's all it is, really. Oh yeah, and he's got this little knife attack, which does increase damage if you hit behind someone compared to the front. Now, for his ultimate. Now, as we've got that Groot over there, we can shapeshift into him. Now, as you can see, we have become Groot. And we can use all of his moves, including his walls. This is actually quite a good time for me to showcase Groot, actually. Now, for... I'll just turn into Groot. This is going to be a little irritating otherwise. Now, Groot's main attack is these plant vines, which do very good damage. But the reason why they are so long range is actually to help with his abilities. Now, if we place his right button wall here, this converts all damage taken to enemies into bonus health for Groot. As you can see, my health is increasing slowly now.
That's 3.
It goes up to 1,100 health, which is the second most health you can get in the game. Now, this bonus health does fade away eventually. Oh, I didn't realise it also affected opponents. That's quite good. Well, comrades. Now, for Groot's attacking abilities. Now, these walls I just placed, they don't do much on their own, but when you attack an enemy, it will unleash some plant vines out of it, attacking any opponent that is in the vicinity of the wall. Now, multiple walls can hit one enemy. Up to 3 walls can be placed at a time. So you could have something like this going on. Oh, I messed that one up. As we can see here, one attack does 150 damage. Or something like that. You can also press B to retrieve the walls if you don't like their placement. Now, for his throwing attack, which works like a scatter bomb. Now, if you throw it at someone, it does about 25-50 damage. Not much. But these little buds that spawn are really why this character is so good. Because if you can manage to land all of these, it will do around 75 damage, which may not seem like much, but it's very good when paired with these walls. Like, look at this. Look at that. Compared to that. Now, for Groot's ultimate, which I will place these walls for so we get the full effect of what they can do. Oh yeah, you can also change the positioning of the walls by pressing left button again, which can make a little platform that you can stand on. Now, if we use his ultimate right here, it unleashes this green orb, which pulls in enemies and slowly does damage to them. Like, if we were to place it up here, it would drag all the enemies into the air, and it's best paired with these walls, otherwise it's this. See, not much. It does about the same as the little buds that get left behind from the grenade. So yeah, it doesn't do that much. Which is why you want to place some walls down and then use it. Now, that is it for Groot. Now we are going to get into our final duelist. Which... no, wait. No, I need to do my... wait, no. Oh, I've done them all. Well, time flies by when you're making YouTube videos, I guess. I hope this video helps you secure your first victory. I apply this in every single game I play. Now, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Good luck on getting that first victory.